Okay. Good morning, Croeso dosbarth yoga. Thank you. Light. I hope everyone's well this morning. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to do a little bit of warming up on all fours, down on mats to start off with. And then we're going to come into the Tibetan rites of rejuvenation. So prepare to be rejuvenated. If you have your blankets or you want to take a pleat in your mat, by all means do so to pad for the knees. If you're not keen on working on your knees for these opening stretches, then come to use a chair, so you can actually avoid being on your knees altogether. You can just be standing up and working in this kind of position and still getting all the movements that we're doing, still getting the leg stretches. So just bear that in mind. If you feel that your knees aren't happy, we need to always be super mindful of these because we've only got one set, and it's quite a pain to get them replaced. So it's possible, but it's not the most pleasant thing to have to do. So align yourself beautifully in your spread fingers, your weight directly above your wrist, knees hip width apart, and just come into some nice big breaths for your cat to cow. So something nice and familiar to start off with. You're breathing in as you're lifting the head, lifting the chest, lifting the tailbone, and you're releasing the breath, actively pulling in through your core muscles. So Mula Bandha is engaged. The strong line across the back of the shoulders. Watch your breath. So observe when the body wants to breathe. And just roll gently through these opposing movements for the pelvis. And bring some nice fluidity up and down the spine. You could have your eyes closed here. Just really bringing yourself into, it's kind of like a sacred space on your yoga mat. It's your space, it's your place where you come to nourish your mind, your body, your soul. Good. And coming to your last round of your cat to cow breath. Coming back to your neutral pose, sinking the heels back onto the heels back, bottom back onto the heels, stretching the fingertips forward, easing out through the back of the shoulders. Good. And then taking a breath in and releasing down into pose of the child. So rotating the wrists down by the feet, releasing through the wrists. And then taking a breath in, sliding the hands forward, but it's more coming back to your neutral or forward. We're going to stretch out down the back of the legs. So you might need to come a bit further forwards on your mat. Just sending one leg back, you're up on your toes. The arch is activated. You can put as much or as little as you want into this stretch. So you can be working quite hard down the back of the leg. Or it might be that there's a little calf twinge in from running. You might need to ease off. You could ease back out of it, go back in again. Good. And then just ease back to the neutral and see what it feels like to bring that leg up to buttock height. So the buttocks stay level, the hips stay level. And then you're just going to raise that leg and lower, nice and smoothly and gently. Just seeing what that finds, perhaps into the big glute muscle and buttocks, perhaps into the top of the thigh. Just gently. Good. And then take a breath in, bend that leg, bring it out to side, and work into a lovely impression of the dog and the lamppost. I will say no more. You are rotating round, it becomes quite strong quite quickly. So again, work with what feels right for you. Change direction when you've done 3 or 4. Nice big hip circles. Lovely. And probably had enough of that by now. It's probably working quite strong into the hip. Bring that knee down. Sink the bottom back. Stretch it out through your swan. And then release once more. So the shoulders and the wrists get the release down. Pose the child. Good. Stretching forward once more. Back up to your neutral all fours. Taking that on the other side. So lengthening down through the back of the leg. Breathing. Sensing into your body on this Tuesday morning. And then taking a breath in, easing forwards and raising that leg up so that the hips stay level. Nice stretch out. And then just a gentle raise and lower. Nice and controlled. Nothing too quick, nothing jerky, nice and fluid. So remember, if it's not feeling comfortable, maybe the knee doesn't like it, you can come and work with the chair. If the wrists are not keen, you can come and work on your forearms. And then let's work to our lovely, elegant hip circles. Seeing if it feels any different on one side to the other. Just observing, no judgment required. So 4 or 5 times in one direction and then changing round. Feels a little awkward. You're not used to it, and it's good for the hips. Good. And then releasing that leg back down, and again, back through our Soulshine, our swan. Extended child's pose, it's sometimes called. And releasing the hands back down. Jiggling through. And then you might want to bring yourself into a little shark spin. So you bring the hands to the nape of the neck, and you have your fingers pointing upwards. Just releasing across the back of the shoulders, pressing the palms together. Good. And then taking a breath in, sliding the hands forward, so coming back to that neutral pause. Just working a little bit through the arms now, so lifting an arm up. I've chosen my right arm, floating it up and watching the movement with my eyes, and then the rotation into the neck. Good. And then you're going to just slide it all the way through as we did last night, yesterday with our thread the needle. Just for a breath, we're not going to hold for very long. Good, take a breath in, releasing back up to the neutral and taking that on the other side. So raising the other arm, watching with the eyes. Good. And then after your next one, allowing yourself to release down and find the stretch in the back of the shoulder. Just a couple of breaths here. Good. And then releasing back up. I'm going to take it into a nice fluid figure of 8. So back to your neutral or fours, pencil attached to your nose, and you're releasing around the top, across the center, and all the way back down. So again, think flow here, smoothness, fluidity, as if you're really able to allow the body to move in any which way it wants to. You're not in control of this, you're just doing whatever feels nice and floaty for the body. Good. And back to the neutral. Lovely. I'm going to come round and sit on our bottoms now. If you'd like to sit on a tuffet, go into your tuffet. Just a little twist before we do our Tibetan rites. So sitting perhaps with the legs out straight, perhaps you're kneeling. If you've got your chair, you can sit on the edge of the chair. Whatever feels comfortable, maybe easy cross-legged. Just joining at the ankles. Good. Dropping the chin down to the chest, melting the shoulders away. And then taking a breath in, gently lifting and looking softly up towards the ceiling, the sky. Taking a breath in, releasing slowly back to neutral. And then letting an ear come over towards the shoulder. And perhaps adding a little bit of weight with the same hand, the same side, to open up down the opposite side. Can be quite strong, so again, breathe into it, ease into it. Nice and fluid. Take a breath in, gently release. Just shoulder roll before you do the other side. Feel like you released something. And then coming over to the other side. Good. Take a breath in, slowly release back up. And again, just roll and wriggle and release through the shoulders. Good. A bit of dynamic twisting now. When we use the word dynamic in our yoga, it simply means that we're working with the breath. We're not doing any kind of major hip workout. So you're going to breathe in, lengthen up out of the hips. As you breathe out, you're bringing yourself with the left hand across the body to the outside of the thigh. You're looking gently back behind. As you breathe in, you're coming back to center, reaching the skywards. Breathing out, coming over to the earth. So work it smoothly in a beautiful flow with your breath. The out breath leads you round into the twist. The in breath lifts you back up to the neutral. Just looking back behind as far as feels comfortable. Good. So there's no need to work quickly. It's much more valuable to work with the speed of the breath. When you feel you've done an even number on each side, you're going to just mix it up. So when you come to take the arms back, you're going to let the head look the opposite way. So just a bit of extra stimulation for the neck. And it's good for the lymph glands in the neck. And then breathing in again. So same breath work, just the head looking a completely different way. So it's counterintuitive because we're used to going the other way around. Work it still with your breath flow. Oh, I've gone the wrong way, I wasn't thinking. Looking across the body. Good, once more to each side. Good. Coming nicely back to center. And then taking into a forward fold, so letting the hands come to wherever they come. Sliding them forward. Sitting bones moving back. Doesn't matter how far down you come. Just feel that there's length being created through the spine, the sides of the body, the back of the shoulders. Arms are active. Good. Take a breath in. Slide the hands back towards you. Uncross the legs. Let them have a jiggle out down the mat. A little bit of a windscreen wiper through the ankles. Good. And then coming round to come to sitting. So if you're okay to come to a squat, you're going to be in a squat. You're going to allow yourself to lift the tailbone. So just uncurl with the belly still on the thigh. So the knees stay nicely bent. Head becomes low. And you might just straighten a little bit through the back of the leg. You can have a little push back gently, see how that feels. Take it out with your hamstrings. Good. And then we're going to ragdoll up towards standing. So take a breath in. And you breathe out slowly, softly. Begin to uncurl. Good. And then just have a little shake out and wiggle. Okay, so our first Tibetan rite of rejuvenation is to come into a nice slow spin. This is not the whirling dervishes that you sometimes associate this kind of movement. Your arms are coming out at shoulder height. Relax them down a little bit. Good. You're going to turn and look towards the tips of your fingers on your right hand. That is going to be your direction of movement. You're moving clockwise. Just try and pause after each turn. I'll just show you what I mean. So you take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're following your fingers coming all the way around. Just see how it feels after one. It obviously sways your energy. It might play with your balance. So work very, very cautiously. And then on your next out breath, you might try again. And you might string maybe 2, possibly 3 together, but that would be your maximum. And then release the hands and just stand for a moment into that. It certainly whips up the energy, plays with the balance. It stimulates your center of intuition, your third eye, your wisdom center. And in the instructions on the Tibetan rite, you could do that up to 21 times, but I would think 3 is plenty, just to get the sense of the energy moving around. Good. So we're going back down to the mat now for our second rite of rejuvenation. So this is about working to stimulate up into the throat chakra. So come to lie on your back, down on the mat. They are a bit up and down, these Tibetan rites, but you do them in this specific order. So traditionally, you would be working with a double leg lift and lower here. We no longer do that. British wheel yoga. It is not good for the anatomy, particularly of women. So we're going to work one leg at a time. So slide your right leg away down the mat. Lift. We're going to lift together. So slide both legs down the mat. Have the feet fairly close together. Tuck the chin in. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to raise the chin, the head, and the left leg off the mat. Draw in through your core. As you breathe out, you're lowering back down. And that's the movement. So the second time you raise the right leg off the mat, you could have the hands coming up if you want a bit of extra weight. Make sure that you're working the core inwards, that you're not dozing, and you're working with the breath. So you're breathing out as you come up, and you're breathing in as you come down. So all of these movements can be done up to 21 times, that's what they say. So you basically just work with what feels right for you on a given day. They're designed to stimulate energy, stimulate different parts of the body. And as the name suggests, to rejuvenate. So keep making sure that that core is working strongly inwards. And decide when you head in that. Perhaps just one more on each side. Timing it with your breath. Good. And then it feels quite natural when you come back down to want to hug into Apanasana. So a nice big hug in, little rock from side to side. So we've got some stimulation there up to the thyroid, the parathyroid. So that's throat communication area, self-expression, a bit of stimulation there. We're just going to round up to our full ejector, so take a breath in and roll the forehead up towards the knees. Good. And then you've got the choice of rolling onto your side and coming up, or sliding a hand under the thigh. Just taking a couple of rocks to come up. So sitting first of all, and then we're going to work in tall kneeling. So again, for knees, tall kneeling isn't always appropriate or appreciated by our knees. So by all means, come to work in standing. This one can very easily be done standing tall. Nice again to have extra padding for your knees in this, down and tall kneeling. So the hands are going to come down, perhaps to the top of the thighs, perhaps into the lower back. Good. The chin stays straight to start off with. Take a breath in. Begin to lift the chest. Come into a nice back arch as you look up towards the ceiling. Elbows, shoulder blades drawing in towards each other. As you breathe out, just bring the chin back down, slide the hands forward. You're just bowing the head slightly. Breathing in, think about lifting the heart, drawing the sternum bone up. Breathing out. Gentle nod forwards. So again, this can work exactly with your breath length. It can work beautifully, smoothly. Just contrasting, closing down the energy in that soft nod, and then opening up, opening the heart. And again, you can repeat this up to 21 times. So just do one more after the opening. Coming back to the neutral. And again, you may feel energetically that you're just drawn to come forwards into a forward fold. So follow that intuition. Let yourself sink back and down. Slide the hands forward. Release into a soft swan. Energy quietly once more. And then maybe slide the hands back into the earth. Good. Then we're going to slowly breathe in to open up. And come around to sit on our bottoms for number 4. So number 3 was looking at working with the heart chakra opening up. So feelings of harmony, love, kindness. And then we're going to move into just stimulating energy through Manipura chakra. So self-expression, self-esteem, self-confidence through our navel area. So we're coming into something we do quite often in class, which is our tabletop. And then we just close it down in a forward fold. So your hands could be pointing towards you. If you feel more comfortable with them pointing back, you can come into that position. Work with what feels right for your shoulders. Your feet are hip width apart, knees bent. It's all about lifting through the hips and the core. So you take a breath in. As you breathe out, press into the feet, lift up, gently look towards your feet. Breathing in and coming down. Just soften it into a gentle forward fold. Breathing in and lifting up. Breathing out, softening down. Good. Lifting, so work it with your breath. Trying to flatten your belly to be at the same height as your thighs and your chest. So it really brings a coffee table type aspect to the position. Just firing up a little bit through the belly. And again, when you're at your arms, your wrists and head enough, you can just come to be back on the mat and drape over those bent knees. Let the head relax, the shoulders relax. Ease it out. And then softly slide the feet forwards, keeping the belly in contact with the thighs. To come into a little bit of a deeper forward fold. Check out the hamstrings here. They're probably going to be your limitations. You'll find the edge of that stretch in the back of the hamstring. Good. Take a breath in, slowly slide the hands back up the legs. Good. And then we're coming round to be on all fours for the last big movements. Number 5, our 2 dogs, it's called. So we worked a little bit on this last night. Then working on the lower chakras here, a little bit through Svadhisthana, creativity, sensuality, and through Muladhara, tailbone groundedness. So you're simply going to contrast your downward dog with your up dog. It's quite energizing, quite strong. So please, 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 can't see what you're doing at home. Just work with what feels right for you. So you tuck your toes under as you breathe in. You lengthen out into your downward dog as you breathe out. Just have a little paddle out, a little settle for a moment. Find that position for your downward dog. Good. And then you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you bring the weight forward. You keep the legs active, the toes on top of the leg. You're looking up. You're up dog. Breathing out, you're back into downward dog. Breathing in, you're into up. Out, into downward dog. So work with your breath. It's quite strong work, dynamic, energizing work. So again, there's the option of going for that magic figure of 21, but there's also a much better option of listening to your body, listening to your wrists, your shoulders, your heartbeats, your temperature in the body, and deciding that maybe around now is the time to complete this movement. So you'd come back to your downward dog. You would soften onto your knees, sink your bottom back, and take some nice, soft, slow recovery breaths in positive time. Release the wrists down by the heels once more. And just observe what it feels like to kind of be outside of the body, watching the body settle. So you're in a quite inward focused position here. It's a quieting position. And all you need to do is just watch how the breath begins to settle, how the energy in the body begins to settle. As the heartbeat begins to soften. Good. And then slowly slide the hands forward, gently come up to kneeling, and we're coming back to standing. There are 2 more rites that are much less about physical asana and much more about energy and breath work. So quite often we just stick with the 5 physical Tibetan rites. I'm just going to talk you through the other 2 right now. So this next one is all about drawing up through the pelvic floor. So it's called Uddiyana Bandha, and it's very subtle, very simple really in a lot of ways, and it's just about observing what you feel in the body. So it's yeah, I think I have to show you this way. The only way I can think of doing it. You work on an empty breath. So you take a breath in, you breathe out, and you're slowly coming, just tilting forward, and then you're absolutely drawing in through the pelvic floor. So you're hollowing out into the belly, tucking the chin in, so you've got your neck lock as well. And then when you're ready to breathe, you simply breathe in. So it's absolutely drawing up. It's a real hollow feeling through the belly, so the rib cage almost sticks out. So just work gently with it. Always come and have a couple of settling breaths in between. So you take a deep breath in. You breathe out and empty, and just come gently forwards, and then really work on hollowing out, drawing up the pelvic floor, tucking the chin in so you've got Jalandhara Bandha as well. Focusing energy down to the base of the spine. Breathing in when you're ready, and taking some soft, gentle breath. We'll just try it a couple more times. You might want to go in your own time. So you breathe in, you empty all of the breath out, softly coming forward, drawing up through the pelvic floor, belly buttons, kind of trying to hide into the middle of the belly. Chin tuck under, and then you're ready to breathe in, coming all the way. Just going once more if it feels appropriate. If there's any sensations of not liking holding the breath in that way, then please stop. Take a breath in, release the breath out. Chin tucked in, pulling in strongly up through the core. Sensation of everything moving upwards. And then when you're ready, breathing in, releasing. Good, well done. Big breath in. And again. Once more. Down. Good. We're going to come back down to the mat just to finish on our 7th right. Finish the sequence fully. And this is really just about coming to work with our ohms and our breath. Yesterday in class in the morning, we talked about setting an intention for class. So now, just for a moment, I invite you to reflect on what an intention might be for your day, for your week, for the months ahead, the year ahead, the years ahead. Maybe just close the eyes for a moment. Just let something arise, a positive intention, a positive statement. And in the Tibetan rites of rejuvenation, they use a very strong command. They say, I command, and then you put your intention in. I command my life will be full and healthy and happy. I command I flow through life with ease and grace. I command peace on earth. I command clear instructions for lockdown, whatever it might be. So take the power, take the control, and own it. Just silently to yourself or out loud if it feels more empowering. I command on whatever your intention is that came up for you. Good. And then let's just take 3 nice ohms to finish these rites. So take a nice deep breath in. Just sitting for a moment, watching the energy after the ohms, after the Tibetan rites. just observing how the body is feeling, how you're feeling in this moment. And then if you have the eyes closed, just gently open the eyes. Good. And let the legs uncross if they can cross. Send them away down the mat. Wriggle and jiggle. Have a little shake through. Good. And then we're coming back round onto all fours. Lovely, we're going to lift up into downward dog once more. So you're sending the weight back, extending up through the spine, lengthening out. Good. Then we're going to walk the hands to the feet, or the feet towards the hands. Take a breath. And then allow the arms to come out to the side and you can breathe into unfold. Good. We're going to go wide on the mats now, come into a nice standing flow. Good. So turn the left foot to face the short side of the mat. Lift the heel up on the back foot, slide it away. So your toes on the back foot are facing a little bit towards your front foot. You've got that alignment of your front heel to the instep on the back foot. That's what you're looking for. Good. And then the hips come round to face the long side of the mat. If you need to then adjust that front foot, if you feel a little bit of a twist through the knee, by all means do that. And then just have a play. As you sweep up and down, are you in the right position? I'm not here because my knee is coming forward with my ankle, so what do I need to do? I need to wriggle my toes forward a little bit more. You can go really deep into this. So just have a little play, find that position. Good. Floating in and out. And then the next time you float down, you're going to hold, send the fingertips away from each other. Watch that that front knee hasn't rocked in, that it's directly aligned over the ankle. And take your drishti as the tip of your middle finger. So your point of focus for the eyes, tip of the middle finger on that left. Good. Draw in gently through your core, so the tailbone tucks under slightly. Warrior two. You might want to just revisit your command, your intention here. I command. You could repeat that to yourself. Good. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, reverse warrior. So the hand, left hand simply lifts up. Eyes look up still towards that middle finger. Good. Take a breath in, lift even higher with that top hand. As you breathe out, straighten that front leg and just melt into Trikonasana. Nothing too strong. Just feel it flow. If the head feels okay, looking up towards those top fingers now on the right arm. Good. Take a breath in, soften through your front left leg. Briefly coming back to your warrior two. Take a breath in, soften down, coming into our big Parsvakonasana, so big stretch through the whole length of the body. Important to get that top shoulder open through that top shoulder. Press into the outside, the little toe side of that back foot. Breathe in, draw the breath all the way up. Arm comes to glue to the ear. Find that line of energy, lengthen away. If you know the posture, you can sink down to the instep. Breathe. Good. Take a breath in. Release that right hand down. Pivot round on the back foot so you're in a nice big deep lunge. You can look up here. And I'm going to step it back to down thinking up. Now we'll paddle out and release through the back of the legs. Good. Then I'm going to walk the hands in towards the feet towards the hands. Find that hairpin bend again. And you may want to come out with the arms glued to the ears now. If you know that your back is strong, you want to come out more strongly, or use one arm out to the side. So take a breath in as you breathe out and lifting all the way up. Unfolding, releasing. Good. Let's take that little sequence on the other side. So coming wide once more. Right foot now to the short side of the mat. Lifting that back heel, dropping it back. Lovely. Adjusting as you need to when you bring the hips round. And then checking the distance between the feet is correct when you come down. Do you need to adjust? Slow it in. Good. And then the next time you're down, hold in that position. Turn to face the tip of your middle finger on that leading right hand now. Let your tailbone sink down to the earth. Strength work going on through the legs. Good. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Fluidity to flow up to your reverse warrior. Beautifully smooth. Take a breath in. Gently coming down, straightening that front leg. And floating over into the triangle. Smooth, graceful. Good. Take a breath in, soften into that front right leg. Very briefly back to your warrior two. And then you next breathe out, releasing onto that right thigh. Deliberately opening that left shoulder. You're showing your rib cage to the sky, the ceiling. Press into the back foot. Draw the energy up the side of the body. Rib cage. Opening out through the whole length of that left side of the body. Softening down if you wish to. Take a breath in. We're going to pivot around. So that left hand comes down, round on those back toes. Nice deep lunge. You can take a look up. Good. And stepping back into downward facing dog. Little wriggle and jiggle. And then taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing onto the knees. Setting the bottom back. And relaxing, releasing, counter posing. In your pose of the child. Good. Gently taking a breath in. Checking that you've got your layers that you might want to put your layers on now. I'm just going to come down to mat for a nice final realignment and then release into Shavasana. So by all means grab your socks, your jackets, your jumpers now. And then when you're ready, think about peeling down onto the mat. Lengthening out through the back of the neck. Keeping the knees bent. You can see people still finding their bits and pieces. Good. Then we're going to take a rotation by allowing the right foot to come onto the outside of the left thigh. Sort of cross over. Take a breath in and let that right ankle bring a bit of weight to the left knee as it comes across. You're then going to turn and look the opposite way. So you're getting a rotation through the spine, but you often find that this feels like it's really working down the side of the body. It's opening up into the side of the waist. Good. Take a breath in. Release back up to upright. Release the left. And swap over to the other side. All the way across. On your out breath. Good. Breathing in back to center. Releasing that leg. Lovely. Drawing the knees up to the chest. Gentle rock from side to side. Taking a breath in stillness. Just rounding up once more into a full ejector. Taking a breath in and releasing back down to that. And coming into Shavasana. It may be that you want to just be with the knees bent for a couple of breaths. You don't want to just lift and lower the pelvis, just subtly to settle the lower back. If everything feels okay, slide the legs wide down the mat. So nice wide legs, relaxed ankles, feet lying out. Help the hips to release. Arms away from the body. Soften through the shoulders. You might want to have a sleeve of a jumper over your eyes. Coming softly into stillness. So working down through the body, checking in that there are no areas that are holding on. The forehead is beautifully smooth. The eyes are deep and still in their sockets. The jaw is released. I want to swallow, just check. Chin is softly tucked in. Front of the chest is open. Big gluteal muscles, buttock muscles are soft, relaxed. The quads and hamstring releasing, softening. Ankles, toes, and take in 3 nice deep breaths now and use the out breath to just release and sink a little further onto your nose. So you're breathing in and you're sighing it out. Do yoga with no goal but to be in the moment. This breath, this stretch, this wave of emotion rolling in. Watch it crest and break, then dissipate. Hold the body like a lover in close embrace, listening with intimacy, touching with tenderness. Yoga is a threshold into mystery. Each pose an open doorway and an invitation to unfold. Sensations rise and fall, and through it all, the deathless center radiates the simple truth of you. Time now to complete relaxation. Allow the breath to flow a little more deeply. Allow the body to begin to move gently. And when you feel ready, just rolling over onto your side. Or perhaps just staying there in your lounge or bedroom or conservatory, wherever you are. Namaste.